So this is going to get a little bit, what's the word, personal, just because, like, I don't know how to say it. Story time. I am suing my landlord because he wanted me to pay $1,300 for a 70 square foot room. Let's get into it. So, I am originally from Denver, Colorado. Got my associate's degree, yay, we love that, from a community college, mind you, because I am a first generation college student. Like, I can't afford anything more than that. Took the easy route, got my associates at the community college, and then transferred to a university. Now, I got accepted to the university, Howard University, and then had to defer a year because who was going to pay for that? Me. So I had to figure out how was I going to pay with that with an $18 job. Where was I working at that point? Oh, I was working for a company that did events and different, concerts or whatever. So I was making like $18. And so I got accepted to Howard, and I was so super excited. And I remember telling my mom, and I was like, Mom, I got accepted. And she was like, that's great. She was like, I support you, but I'm not going to support you financially. So in my head, I'm like, well, fuck. How am I supposed to get further into my career if the one person that is my only surviving parent doesn't want to support me? So I deferred a year, and I got really depressed because I love to learn. Like, education has always been my thing. I love learning. So when I had to take a step back and, figure out what I was going to do with my life, it made me depressed. And so I got into this rut of not wanting to do anything. And then finally it was just like, okay, Lauren, get the fuck up. You gotta do something. So I remember getting an email, and the admissions was like, okay, are you going to come to Howard, or are you just going to, give your spot away? And I thought to myself, Howard is, it's been my dream school since I was in high school, since I was 18. So of course, yes, I'm going to take it. Little did I know it was going to prepare me for literally life. Like, I have learned so much from August of 2024 to now. I've learned so much, not only about myself, but the way society works, the way, predators work, the way narcissists work. Like, I have learned so much in the amount of time that I've been here that who needs a degree? Because nonetheless. So I, applied, was super excited, and was just like, okay, this is, moving up. This is Lauren becoming a woman, trying to take action and, take her career by the hands. Little did I know I was going to be so deceived. So I get here, and the housing situation. Let's talk about it. The housing situation has been so horrible. Like, there are literally students that have to go back home because they're too many. Like, there's too many students accepted. Long story short, I was one of those students, being a transfer student, all the way from Colorado. Keep that in mind. Colorado. With one suitcase. So glad I didn't bring anything more than just a suitcase, because if I would have brought anything more, trying to move that out would have been a mess. Long story short, I couldn't figure out what housing I wanted to do. So I met this man, and that's when my life turned upside down. Met this man that said, oh, I've got a house that's 10-15 minutes away from, school. walk, you can commute, it's an easy commute. He was like, but I'm just gonna charge you $12.50 a month. I said, cool, great, that's perfect. It's still close to school. I can find a job in the area, whatever. He wanted me to pay $12.50 for a 70 square foot room, while also sharing the rest of the house with two other people, one being a male and the other being a female. Now the male, we'll get into that because that part gets juicy. But the female had the other room that was larger. I don't even want to go into those logistics because it's just going to piss me off. But I say all that to say, the male had the master bedroom. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why are you in a house with a man that you don't know? I don't know, it didn't really occur to me because I was just like, okay, focus on school, focus on getting on school, focus on getting a roof over your head. Didn't think anything of it, that man was going to be the reason why I had to file a protective order, the reason why I had to get an emotional support animal, the reason why I had to sue my landlord. Didn't think that man that I met that said I have a house, yeah, didn't think I would get myself into this mess, but yeah, here we are. Here I am telling you my story so that you don't do what I did, okay? Take it from me. Take it from Big Sis. Don't do what I just did because, no. So, I say all this to say, there's more because, we're currently, fighting legalities. He fled the scene yesterday when I tried to serve him the papers of this. That should just be enough for you. But mind you, he told me I was deceiving him and I was manipulating him. Sir, I've only been here not even 10 months. This house is over the age of 25. I'm 25, so the fact that you are mad at me for putting me, I don't even want to talk about it because it's going to make me cry. But I say all this to say, don't do what I did. Take it from me, don't do what I did. Stack your money up and make sure you have enough money for anything, like emergencies, whatever. Because I didn't, and the way our economy is going right now, save yourself. Save yourself.